everyone! Welcome to A Clean House with Muddy Boots, and today we are decluttering our junk drawers. I have identified 5 areas in my home where there is either a junk drawer or a junk space that needs to be decluttered. You have to admit it, we all have them. It's that space where everything just accumulates, the things that don't have a proper space to go, kind of like that Monica's closet type thing. And you probably have them in multiple areas of your house. I know there's the staple kitchen junk drawer, which one of your drawers is just full of random stuff that does not belong in a kitchen. I have one of those, but there are also other drawers in the home that just, I have something, I don't know where to put it, there's space in the drawer, it's going in. Junk drawers are great in regards that it's a space for miscellaneous items so that they don't take up space on countertops or dresser tops. It's just like a space out of sight, out of mind that makes your home feel less cluttered. However, if you don't go through your junk drawers periodically, then they're just going to get full and then they're not going to have room for any more junk. And then when you declutter those areas, there's things that you find where you're like, I completely forgot I had this. And I know that my junk areas are things that I just like to forget about and think that they don't even exist. So today we are going to tackle those areas. We are going to get them decluttered and organized. I have a box that I'm going to bring around with me throughout the entire house just to put whatever I don't want to go back into a junk drawer in, whether it's to donate, whether it's to throw out, whether it needs to go in a different spot. So I'm going to carry around. I always have tons of diaper boxes because I have 2 kids that are still in diapers. They make great boxes for these types of projects. So we're going to get started. I have 5 areas that I need to get to, so let's dive in. So we are first going into the kitchen where I really have 2 problem drawers. We have this drawer right here, which is just overall junk. And then we have the bottom drawer, which is my Tupperware drawer. And I find that no matter how many times I try to organize this, it just ends up looking chaotic after about a month or so. So I'm just going to go through it again and make sure that I match up all the lids with their actual proper bottom container. And then just kind of make things a little more organized and easier to see so I know exactly what's in here. I keep a lot of the containers for the kids' lunches for school in here. So when we make them in the morning, we just kind of grab what's clean and available and go from there. Also, these bags that I'm picking up, they're actually silicone freezer bags, which we use to store our chicken and pork chops and beef when we want to freeze it. I find these bags super handy because they're washable, reusable, and they actually are more durable than those Ziploc bags for in the freezer. I'm always looking for more environmentally friendly ways to save around the home, and these silicone bags were a great alternative to the Ziploc bags. If anyone is interested into looking into this further, I can link the ones that I bought off of Amazon down below in my description. So as I am putting things away, you can see that I am constantly moving things into different spots through trial and error, and that's really what organizing is. I mean, you can visualize a space all you want, but until you actually get into it, it's hard to know exactly how everything's going to fit. So just play around with it, figure out what works for you. I mean, in a day or 2, I might look at this and change it around again, but it's just trial and error and not giving up. We are now moving on to the miscellaneous junk drawer that most kitchens have. I mean, every house that I've lived in has had one of these drawers in the kitchen somewhere. So our kitchen is open concept. It's smack dab in the middle of our home. So I try to keep this drawer full of things that we tend to need on a daily basis. I also tend to keep in here refills of things within the kitchen, as well as like handy tools like a bottle opener that you might need. So our kids' water bottles come with reusable straws, but after a while those straws tend to like break down or they get gross, so I keep the replacements in here. Same with our youngest son still drinks out of a bottle, so we have like the new nipples in here that go with his bottle. Things like that I will keep in here. And then pretty much anything that makes its way into the kitchen that doesn't necessarily have a spot, but I don't necessarily want to put it away and forget about it, I will end up throwing that in here. I would say though that there are really just two things that I go into this drawer for on a daily basis, and that would be scissors. There's always something that I need a pair of scissors for, and a lighter to light my candles. We are now in my youngest son's room, and at first glance this drawer looks like a regular sock drawer, but it's actually not his sock drawer. I guess my oldest has been putting his socks in here accidentally, so I'm just going to take all these socks out, and then you'll see that it's actually full of other random items. So I'm just going to clear it all out and make this drawer functional again. So this is our master ensuite bathroom under the sink. It's not so much a junk drawer, but there's also no drawer in this bathroom. So if there was a drawer, all this stuff would probably be shoved into it. I wanted to go through these baskets and clean out under the sink just to make up some more space, because our master ensuite is where we keep all of our medication, because that way we're able to lock it away from the kids and we don't have to worry about them getting into anything that they shouldn't. And I also keep my makeup and miscellaneous items like that under here as well. So I wanted to go through it. I wanted to make sure that anything that was expired was thrown away and that it was much more organized, because I honestly have no idea what was in these bins. So I wanted to get them all cleaned up and organized so that they can actually become functional once again. As I was going through these bins, I found a lot of random items, like the squeeze bottles that they send you home from the hospital with after you give birth. I had couple of them in here, a bunch of hair ties, and I haven't worn hair ties in so long because I switched to the like curly hair ties that are like no pull. You get them at Sephora. So the run-of-the-mill regular hair ties I haven't used in so long, and I had a whole pack of them in here, so I'm gonna donate those and get rid of them. I haven't used them. And then I'm just looking at my makeup now, and I recently was told that makeup only lasts like 6 months before it expires. And honestly, I still had like eyeshadow from high school in here, so we're gonna throw that out and get rid of it and tidy up the space. So this drawer is actually my husband's nightstand drawer, and he wanted to get in on the decluttering. So this was a space that I had been asking if he wanted to do, and he wanted to hop on and do it. So he's just going to go through and remove anything that he doesn't really want anymore or has a different space. And it's hard to tell in this video, but there's actually a shelf on top of this drawer that had a bunch of stuff on it, and he cleared all of that out as well. So it looks really great.
To get by, we're one step closer to find ourselves a perfect place, a feeling you just can't deny. So come on over, 'cause I could never live without you. Everywhere we go, nobody knows we're waiting for the time to let go and do what's right for us. Started out here, way beyond the tracks, the story of us, and now we never look back. 'Cause this is our time, this is our life, and sometimes all you need is a smile.
So this is our last stop. It is 2 drawers that are inside of our TV entertainment unit in our living room. And it's really just, that whole entertainment unit is really just filled with gaming stuff. So these drawers also are filled with a whole bunch of wires and a bunch of gaming stuff. But out of all the spaces that we decluttered today, this was probably the biggest like jackpot space. We found a lot of old phone chargers that actually still work, and a bunch of charging blocks. And I mean, with all the devices in our home, we have 2 cell phones, and then our son has a tablet, and the gaming devices, we're always looking for chargers because they just seem to disappear. And there was about 3 in here that we found. So perfect jackpot for us. Same with the charging blocks. And then we just found a lot of things that we had completely forgotten about or had no idea was in here and we had been searching for. And so it was a nice surprise to find a lot of items that were giving us a little frustration before, and they were all in these drawers. So the little surprises that you get when you declutter.
To get by. I love you. I give you everything you want me to. Think about it if I could. I'd run down the moon and give that to.
As I finish putting everything back in these drawers, it will bring us to the end of this video. So thank you so much for joining me today as I declutter a bunch of junk drawer spaces within my home. I hope I was able to motivate you to maybe tackle an area within your home where junk accumulates. Junk drawers are really an integral part of a home. You need that space that you can put a miscellaneous item in and not feel bad, because not everything has a category. I mean, if you look at Friends, where Monica just had everything categorized, even she had her Monica closet, where just everything that didn't have a category went in there. So just try to embrace those areas within your home and go through them periodically just to keep them under control. I appreciate you all so much for being here and supporting me and my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, I invite you to do so down below, as well as liking this video to let me know that you enjoy the content that I am making. Feel free to leave me a comment down below to just say hi and let me know if you are new. And until next time, bye!
Waiting at your table, 'cause giving you my heart was not enough. One thing's true, I never asked for nothing.